My name is Trey Mangum, and this is Shadow and Act's Opening Act. Each week we sit down with some of your favorite black creatives in Hollywood to discuss how they made it in the entertainment industry. This week we're talking to rapper, actor, producer, and overall multi-hyphenate Ludacris, who's talking about the Season 2 premiere of his hit Netflix children's series, Karma's World. We asked Ludacris about the feedback he's gotten from viewers and parents from Season 1 of Karma's World and how that feels.
Man, let me first say it took me over 14 years to bring this to fruition, believe it or not, and that's a very long time to go through ups and downs and go through different animations and all, improve the music. So to see people after 14 years, it finally get into all these homes and to look on social media and see kids dressing up like Karma and singing these Karma songs is the best feeling in the world. And so because of the overwhelming support of everybody watching Season 1 on Netflix, we now have a Season 2 and it's dropping on Thursday, March 10th. And now an album is out, so people can even stream the album on Spotify or whatever your favorite streaming platform is. So we are galvanizing the world and trying to give you enriching and empowering content from the world of Karma.
Yeah. And what does it mean to bring Karma's World to young viewers? Because, there's not a ton of animated children's shows that specifically cater to black children that black children look on the TV and see themselves. I see so many memes and videos on TikTok and Instagram of people watching the show and like the young kids actually physically reacting to looking at the animated characters and they look like them. So what does it mean to you to feel this representation that we really haven't seen before in children's animation?
Man, it's the whole setting of being the change I want to see in the world. I'm a girl dad. I have 4 daughters. So you can only imagine the feeling of creating something that they're absolutely loving to watch, and they're able to see the representation on screen. Like you said, we don't see as much of that. So man, I'm on cloud 9 right about now. You have no idea. It's been a lot of hard work put into this, and a great team delegating duties to people that are in their expertise, and I couldn't feel better.
Yeah. And if I believe I'm correct, the series is kind of inspired by one of your daughters. Actually, what do your children think of seeing this show on TV? And kind of being loosely inspired by them.
Yeah, it is inspired by my oldest daughter. So now my younger daughters are like, Dad, where's our Netflix? Well, I have some problems. I got a couple problems in my household, but they don't understand it took me longer to make this than the time that they've been on Earth. So it hasn't quite gelled to them yet. So, but all good things, man. They get to watch the episodes. They give me their feedback. What better way to leave a legacy than to work with your own kids on something that was inspired by them in the first place?
Yeah. Now what you're gonna have to do is, how like Marvel has like this big universe of shows. They have like a Karma's World universe, and then all your daughters are gonna show a show that's inspired by them.
That's what I need. That's 100% what we need immediately, bro.
Yeah, and you talk about 14 years to bring this to fruition. What was it like having to go through, I'm assuming trials and tribulations, like different, roadblocks, things like that, in order to bring the show to air?
Man, it was extremely challenging. I don't know what to tell you. This is not a testament to don't give up and believe in your dreams and keep going forward. I don't know what is. I don't know too many people that would wait 14 years and never give up on a project. But look, it's a testament to discipline, love, and knowing that I wanted to make a change in the world and the butterfly effect to making it more positive for kids and for parents. Because even in Season 2, there's episodes that deal with, body positivity and being a leader because you can't please everybody, or how to deal with anxiety, with things that we need more now than ever. So Karma's World, Netflix, worldwide, over 170 countries simultaneously. I couldn't be happy.
Yeah, and in this series, Karma is interested in hip hop, and you yourself have been really big in featuring women hip hop artists in your work, in your career, from whether that's Shauna, whether that's Nicki. Who are some of your favorite female rappers right now? Would you ever want any of them to guest star on Karma's World? I feel like that would kind of be full circle.
Man, Shauna's still one of my favorite female rappers, and we was just talking about that. I would absolutely love to get some people some cameos on it. So we're gonna work on that one by one, and we're gonna try and figure it out. I still got to get my own daughter Karma to be. She was so focused. She was so focused on school, she didn't get a chance to do it. But we're gonna figure it all out, man. As long as people keep supporting the show, and we become number one in the U.S., I feel like we're gonna continue to grow and continue to expand. And I don't know if you know this or not, but I am happy to announce we just did a deal with Mattel, and there will be Karma's World dolls coming out this summer, man.
It's like a cold Karma's Empire.
Empire, bro. Empire is the right word for it.
And you spoke about some of the themes in season 2, including body positivity, including anxiety, things like that. Can you speak more to that and some other themes that you are excited that the show gets to delve into for season 2?
Yeah, there's one about, her being the class president and being a leader and not being able to please everyone. These are extreme issues that I feel like all kids need to hear, or they need to have a conversation with. So what better way to open up the dialogue than to watch these episodes? And they're only 13 minutes apiece, 12 minutes apiece. So, that and reinforcement by listening to the Karma's World album that's out right now too. So all these are great things.
Yeah, and you also help helm the music for the series. What do you think people would be surprised about in terms of your regular music that we know you for, and then the process that you use to work on the music for Karma's World? I'm assuming there's a big difference, but what are some differences and similarities between doing your regular job and then now your music supervision for Karma's World as well?
No, that's a great question, bro. As Ludacris, there's no censorship. I can say whatever I want to say, do whatever I want to do. With this process, you have episodes, so it takes like a month to do one song because every single word has to be specific to the episode, and every single word has to go through so many screening processes to make sure we're saying the right thing. So I have a team of people as well, so I don't write everything, but I definitely oversee it. I definitely make changes, and I put the Ludacris print on there. Or should I say the Chris Bridges print on there, because Ludacris makes adult music. Chris Bridges helps out with Karma's World. So, man, it's a great process. That was a great question, though.
This week's Black Entertainment Trivia Fact. Ludacris guest starred on a series executive produced by Lee Daniels. Which show did he guest star on? Empire, Star, or Our Kind of People? Find out the answer next week on shadowanact.com. Back in the, early and mid 2000s, at the time when Too Fast, Too Furious came out, did you ever think there would be a point in time where you would be such an in-demand actor, and not only an actor, but now you're expanding to more things behind the scenes, like producing and stuff? Like, would the Ludacris back then think that the Chris Bridges right now would be doing as many different things as you're doing?
Man, I couldn't even have thought that far in advance. Like, I was a planner, and I am a planner, but to be honest, to answer your question, no, I had no idea. My daughters are the inspiration behind this. At that time, I might have only had one daughter, not four. So I kind of go along the path of guiding from the Most High of where I feel like he wants me to go based on what he's given me. That's the best way for me to answer that question.
Yeah. And you're also on television as well in the Discovery Plus series of Ludacris Cook. And it's interesting because we kind of don't see cooking shows from that lens. They're usually just more so straightforward. But this comes from a specific lens. So what can you speak about that project and your favorite part about working with Discovery Plus on this unconventional, cooking series?
Yeah, the best thing I can say about that is, man, one of my joys and hobbies is to travel and to continue to learn more about different cultures. And man, what better way to do that in food? Like, I'm a foodie, is to eat different foods and different culinary arts and rubbing shoulders with some of the best cooks around the world. So all the different cuisines from places I have been and places I haven't been, and learning more, diving more into what that's about. I love it.
You've reached a point in your career where you're doing so much, from music to acting to producing at this stage in your career, what are some things that you still hope to accomplish? Like if you're a multi-hyphenate like yourself, there are a few things that you haven't done. So what are some things that you want to accomplish, and what are some other projects, whether, acting or music, that you hope to, dip your toe in the near future as well?
Man, I'm gonna put out more music for sure, but I feel like I've won Grammys, I've won music awards, I've been in an Oscar-winning film, but before it's all said and done, it would be great to, and it's a hard goal to reach, but to win an Oscar as an actor would be amazing. Or maybe an EGOT, maybe be one of those individuals that's an EGOT person. So I would love to do that as one of my accomplishments in life.
Yes. And also, we spoke a bit about, not thinking that Ludacris back then would think what Chris Bridges is doing now, would have no idea of all these things. Did you think that so many Fast and the Furious films would exist these many years and still going on and still, holding, like, if even in a time of a pandemic, like, if you were to put a Fast and the Furious film out right now, it would be immediately one of the best-selling films of all time. So is that something you saw coming, and how long do you see that going on? Like, will that go on forever? Like, will you be 50 and still making Fast and Furious films?
Yeah, I definitely never in a million years thought that we would be, after doing 2, come back in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, now 10. And from what I'm hearing, this is the end of it, man. 10 is going to be the last one. And I'm happy to have gone along this ride and this journey, and I'm going to savor every memory, every moment with the family. So I'm not mad it's coming to an end. I'm happy that we got to do like 6 different movies, bro. It's that simple.
Yes. And one more thing, with Karma's World season 2 coming out, what do you hope that families and viewers take away from this season in particular?
Bro, I just want to make every household, every kid, every parent, I want to make it easier for you. I want to make the world a better place. I want to lead with love. I want to teach kids that if you put good into the world, good will come back to you. That is my number one goal, like literally being a catalyst of change to make the world a more positive and better place based on people loving everyone.
We talked to Ludacris about season 2 of Karma's World, doing so many things from acting to producing to rapping, and if early 2000s Ludacris would be surprised to know what 2022 Chris Bridges is doing. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Opening Act with Ludacris. Be sure to give our podcast a 5-star rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. You can watch this episode in full and catch exclusive content on the BlavityTV app. You can download it on iOS devices, Roku, Amazon Fire, and so much more. Until next time.